Leah, here's your culture.
Test. Test. Okay, solid. Things in working order. I guess I'm in English open. All right. Here we go, man. All right. Let's clap it up, man. All right. Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other Christian organizations, Muslim mosques, or any other religious institutions. You understand? No other group or organization on the planet. We have no affiliation with them. You understand? If it is not the ISUPK, it is not the truth. This is the home of the truth. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been bringing out the truth of the Bible, and that's that every so-called Black, every so-called Hispanic, and every so-called Native American are the true children of the Most High. You understand? No one else. That's it. You understand? Like today, America thinks that, that the people over in Israel right now, you understand? Those guys that wear those funny yarmulkes, you understand? Those white people, they think that they are the real Jews of this Bible. You understand? Like everybody teaches that. Everybody accepts that. You understand? And that's a lie. It's just a lie. It's a lie according to history. It's a lie according to the Bible. It's a lie according to common sense. You understand? And we're gonna get into some of that tonight. About who, whether or not the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and the people on this planet that, that the rest of the world and all the other nations, just want to throw away. You understand? That the rest of the world thinks, are nobody and nothing, right? That the rest of the world has no compassion for and has no mercy for, like, are these the people that are the Most High's chosen children? All right. So we're gonna before I jump into that, does anybody got any questions or anything? Any questions? Questions about the Bible? Any questions about algebra or calculus? Just kidding. You understand? Go ahead.
I've got a question.
What's your question, sis?
How do the men of the ISUPK feel about another man that turns over full custody of his child to like the stepfather?
All right. So if I understand your question, so there's you saying that this is a brother in the ISUPK that has done it, or like a brother in the world who?
A brother in the world, but how how would you all feel about it? Like, say somebody came into the truth and they already did that, and they came in.
No sweat. Well, so the first thing, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Any type of terrible situation or circumstance that any one of the 12 tribes members might find themselves in, you understand? We can thank our oppressor, you understand, for that, like for that type of oppression. You understand? Um, so you're describing a scenario where there's a brother who, has a child with a woman, right? And now that woman has another man, right? And now this brother, for whatever reason, signs over like all parental rights to the new husband, or the to the new husband. Um, how do we feel about that? I mean, damn, it's unfortunate, you understand? Because in the ISUPK, we completely understand how important it is for, children to have their fathers in their lives. You understand? When possible. Like it is not a small thing, for a child to be, to grow up without a relationship with their father. That is detrimental to the child, you know. And again, like in a situation like that, specific, the specifics would matter. You understand? How long were they together? This and that. Like whose idea was it? Was the mother pushing for this, or was the brother just kind of like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of variables, but at the same time, it's a terrible situation because ultimately that child, will feel the negative effects of that. You understand? But again, if the sister was the one pushing for this, um, again, that's just another example of our oppressor just being able to, you know, beat us, to powder. You understand? From every angle, you know, and it's not a, it's not something that brother, like, he wouldn't be shamed for doing it if he comes into the school. You understand? If this is something that he's done in the world and then he comes into the school, he won't be shamed or have a bad rep or anything like that. This is actually the place he should come to. You understand? Because in here he could get some real top tier counseling. You understand? On how to, navigate and maneuver that decision. Because I'm not sure if those types of decisions can be undone. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, once you sign it over, I don't know if you could go back and be like, never mind. It's something kind of finite. It would depend on how old the child is and all of that type of stuff. How involved that father was to begin with. You know what I'm saying? If this is a kid that he was just paying child support, since the child was born, he's been paying child support for 10, 12 years, never sees the kid, and then it's just like, all right, fine. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it will kind of depend. But again, any brother in the world that has to, endure something tragic like that, like losing his child, you understand, because of some woman, and again, brothers in the ISUPK, again, that's tragic. You understand? Like we feel that brother's pain. We know that pain all too well. You understand? Like, that brother ain't going through nothing that's groundbreaking in terms of, being from the 12 tribes. Huh? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American men lose their kids all the damn time. You understand? What's the difference between signing over his rights? You understand? What's the difference between that and paying child support and never ever getting to see your child? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's torture nonetheless for a father that wants to be in their child's life. You understand? Like, it's a terrible thing. Now, again, will he still be able to have visitation and all of that? See, another thing, and ISUPK, we won't put too much weight on our oppressor's paperwork. You understand? Like, if this brother signs over all of his rights, but he's at every football game, you understand? At the graduation, you understand? He's picking them up, spending quality time still. Like, big deal. You know what I mean? Like, still be a father to that. If he's still a father to that child, doesn't matter what the paperwork says. You understand? Just like in ISUPK, that whole marriage thing. And here, sex is marriage. You have sex with that woman, that is now your wife till you're dust. You understand? And that's our oppressor doesn't look at it like that. Our oppressor says you're not married until I give you this, $100 some certificate from the courthouse. So up until then, you could just have sex with her, throw her away, have sex, throw away, have sex, throw away, have sex, throw away. It's pathetic, so we don't put too much weight on that. You understand? But again, that brother, he might have done it for financial reasons, by signing over his rights. Now he might not have to. Now he don't have to pay child support. I mean, I imagine that's, hell, good for him. But then, and is still able to be a father to that child. The sister could have just freaking, took him off of child support. You know what I'm saying? I know they do the letters, that they write the letters, say, I don't want no more money from him. You know what I mean? She could have relieved him like that. But, whatever that specific situation may call, dealt with, that's the specifics would kind of matter. But, overall, like that brother, he shouldn't be ashamed to come into the school because he's done something horrible. That's like we wouldn't look at him too terribly, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. Just like any sister that might have had an abortion. You understand? She don't come into this school, you understand, and change her life and give up the things of this world and have to suffer shame for a decision that was made in the world. Huh? A sister might have been a whole whore in the world, giving her body to everybody that wore Jordans and chains. She don't have to worry. When you come into this school, the Bible says, any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. That goes for our sisters too. When you come up in this school, man, the things that you did in the past that were terrible, you don't have to be burdened by that. You understand? You won't feel that shame. If anything, you're going to feel love from real brothers and sisters that can empathize with having to go through something so terrible. You understand? It's not something that's going to be damn gossiped about and whispered about and looked side-eyed about. Nah, this ain't the place for that. That's what you can expect from the Christian church, not in this house. You understand? Okay. So again, if that brother, he in the school or not in the school, he can contact the nearest, ISUPK camp near him. You understand? He can get on the phone. He could, in all things, anybody thinking about making a serious decision like that can contact the ISUPK. And General Mahaiman and all his whole team of counselors, all the camp leaders, all the captains, all the officers, you understand, will provide excellent counsel on how to navigate such serious decisions. You understand? And that's that. You understand?
The water.
And the bar. Any other questions? Sis.
I have another question, sir. Say, for instance, a person is in dire need of a kidney, and they have this transplant from a pig. Is that okay for a person in the ISUPK to receive a transplant from a pig?
Okay. Mm-hmm. See, so in the news, I seen you something about this situation, right? Where, our oppressor and his medical technology and whatnot, they're experimenting with different types of transplants. You understand? Using different organs from different animals and things like that to transplant into humans in an attempt to save lives. You understand? So I guess one of the most recent things was dealing with, transplanting the kidney of a pig into a human. And your question is would that be lawful for an Israelite to accept the kidney of a pig? You understand? In order to live. I would have to I definitely want to ask General Mahaiman about that. I do want to ask General Mahaiman about that. But at the same time, here's how I look at it, right? Are Israelites allowed to eat pork?
Wow.
Why not?
It's unlawful.
It's unlawful. You understand? You can't eat pork. You can't put pork in your body. You can't eat swine. You understand? Can you put it on your tongue? Can you like chew a piece of bacon and spit it out? But you're not eating it, you're not swallowing it, right? You understand? I don't see how having a pig's kidney inside of your body would be lawful, considering, you know, your brothers and sisters in this Bible have died for refusing to take one bite of swine. You understand? For an absolute courage and honor and dignity and integrity, refuse to compromise even the tiniest bit on behalf of their service to the Most High, which is honorable. So a brother or sister needs a goddamn kidney that bad, and you feel like your last resort is to get, you know, a kidney of a pig. I just don't really see. I don't. Again, you'd have to get specific counsel from General Mahyman on that. Okay. But that's not. I can't really see that being lawful. You know what I'm saying? I can see the Most High honoring a decision to opt out of putting a pig's kidney inside of you in service to Him. Does that make sense? Now, at the same time, there's a brother or sister in the school that needs a goddamn kidney. What should they do? Aliyah. Yeah, you get in contact with the ISUPK, the camp leader nearest you, and the ISUPK. Listen, I know it's hard to understand and fathom, but in the ISUPK, we take care of each other in here. You understand? Like, brothers and sisters don't die over, you know, need. You understand? Commander General Yohana is like, he would not allow us to let you die in need of a kidney that one of us has. You understand? And that's that. And at the same time, you know, the Most High will provide. You understand? I tell you what, serve the Most High. You understand? Serve Him as if your damn life depends on it. Serve Him so you don't need a pig's kidney. Huh? Go about your day-to-day interactions, wanting to be absolutely pleasing in the sight of the Most High, and you won't need a pig's heart or a kidney. You understand? Or jawbone or whatever. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing all kinds of stuff. You understand? But excellent question. I am going to follow up with Captain Saparia, you understand, in Baltimore. Maybe he could tell me, you understand. But that would be a good question for one of General Mahyman's scripture breakdown classes tomorrow night, maybe. All right. Any other questions before I get into this topic? No sweat. All right, let's get into it, man. The Deuteronomy chapter 28. Are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans Israelites? I don't know, man. They don't look like those those Jewish people in Israel. We don't look like them. We don't talk like them. Damn sure don't act like them. All the terrible things that they do. You understand? Like their culture, like here's a question. Is the culture of the so-called Jewish man even does that even line up with the Bible? You understand? Like does what they do line up with the Bible? Like we can just get into real quick. Like they wear this little this coaster. You know what I mean? This little thing on little joint on top. They joint like that, right? They cover up the top of their head. When the Bible says that, you know, any man that prays with his head covered dishonoreth his head. They say sisters are supposed to pray with their heads covered, right? But they cover that thing up, man, with a little pancake. They cover it up. They don't even do what, you know what I mean, the Most High's chosen people should be doing. You understand? So that's just one example. You understand? Like let's get into it. Someone got Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 1. All right, nice and strong, warrior.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass.
Oh, it shall come to pass. That means it's going to happen. You understand? Like it's like almost like a warning, like a heads up, like prophecy almost. Like this is going to happen. It shall come to pass. You understand? It shall come to pass. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently.
If thou shalt hearken diligently. It's like, all right, this is going to happen if thou shalt what?
Hearken diligently.
Hearken diligently. What does it mean to hearken? Hearken. I'm a one. Listen. Means to listen. You understand? If thou shalt listen. This ain't talking about the listening, you know what I mean, that we do as children and with things that we're disinterested in. You understand? Like sometimes, we clean in the house, got the music playing, you know what I mean? Like you hearing the music, but you ain't really like, or you got the you're doing some work on the computer and the TV's playing in the background. You can hear it in the background, but are you absolutely like focused on it and in tune with it and locked into it? No, you locked into what you're doing. Hearken is different from just kind of hearing. You understand? Hearken is like listening and it getting into your thick skull. You understand? Not in one ear and out the other. In there and nice and deep. You understand? Nice and how do I say it? Your actions will tell whether or not you've hearkened. You understand? If I say clean your room and you keep playing video game, you know what I mean? I say clean that room up. Okay. Count out of one kind. You play the damn video game and an hour later, room still ain't clean. You heard me, right? But did you hearken? No. So there's a degree of there's an obedience, you understand, that comes with hearkening. You understand? It means you heard it. Count out of one kind. I'm gonna do it. Does that make sense? Hearken. Go ahead.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hearken how?
Diligently.
Stay with me. Diligently. What does diligently mean? Diligently. Hearken diligently. Aliyah. Thoroughly. You understand? With some zeal. You understand? With some pep in your step. With some energy. You understand? With some conviction. Not lazily. Not half-assedly. Not disgruntledly. Not complaining. You understand? Not cutting corners and taking shortcuts. Not trying to look for loopholes. You understand? Like I said, somebody chewing bacon and spitting it out. Like, that's a terrible. You are not hearkening diligently. You understand? You're terrible. All right. Read that again from the top.
And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God. What does the voice of the Lord thy God tell us? Same thing he always tells us. The only thing he's ever told us. Go ahead. Keep his laws, man. Do what I say. You understand? Like you gotta think about the Most High power, right? How could I say this? What in the hell could we give him? Like, what could he receive from us? Like, what? Like, what is? How do I say it? Like, he's not here. He's not there to take orders. You understand? He gives orders, and that's it. It's a one-way street. That's all. Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
To observe and do all his commandments, man. Like when it says observe and do, like again, like we observe the high holy days, the feast days. You understand? The Passover. You understand? Like we're not only going to do it, but we are going to see it implemented in all of its excellence on April 15th in Cocoa Beach, Florida. You understand? It is like doing those things. The Bible says rehearse the righteous acts. You understand? Like we have to do these things. It's not recommendations. It's not food for thought. They're orders. Do them. You understand? And this is Moses talking to the children of Israel. He's not talking to everybody. You understand? He's not talking to, the Egyptians. He's not talking to the Chinese. He's not talking to, the Russians or the Ukrainians. He's talking to the children of Israel. And he's saying, listen, do what the Lord God told you to do, man. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Mm-hmm.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above.
He'll do what?
Will set thee on high.
Set thee on high. Go ahead.
Above all nations of the earth.
Above who?
Above all nations of the earth.
The Chinese?
All nations of the earth.
The Africans?
All nations of the earth.
The Egyptians?
Above all nations of the earth.
The Russians?
Above all nations of the earth.
Listen, he will set thee on high above all nations. So if the children of Israel will listen to the Most High, keep his commandments, he will set them on high above all nations of the earth. Are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans on high above all nations of the earth right now? I'll tell you this. The Jewish folks, they run Hollywood. They run it. All of Hollywood, all the big movies, they're pretty high. You understand? They're pretty high up there. Tyler Perry ain't got nothing on the the Jewish folks, you understand, in Hollywood. Right? The Diamond District, all those diamonds and stuff, all that jewelry, they're making all the money off of all of that. You understand? But the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, where are we? We on bottom. Now look, do they keep the law? Did the Jewish people in Israel keep the law? Again, they wearing the damn hats wrong. You understand? They're circumcising babies and putting their mouth on the circumcision for whatever reason. You understand? Like that is their tradition. That's not in the Bible. But they're on high above all people. But is it because they are obeying keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? So you see the disconnect? All right. Let's jump to verse, I believe it's 15. 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says, but it's going to come to pass if you do not hearken unto the voice of the Lord your God. Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes.
You don't observe all of his feast days and, follow all of his commandments and keep his laws. Let his law go in one ear and out the other. Watch this is what's going to happen. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee.
Then all what?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
All these what?
These curses
shall do what?
Shall come upon thee.
If you don't obey the Most High, the children of Israel are going to get what? You're gonna have some curses. You understand? Another term for it, punishment. Like a parent and a child. I told you to clean your room up. Now, if you clean that room up, we'll go get some ice cream. Right? How's that sound? Not bad. Clean that room up. Yeah, I'll give you, a couple dollars. You go to the mall, get you some. Right? Get a few dollars. Get you some V-Bucks. some Fortnite skins, right? That's a good parenting tactic, right? Technique. I tell you to do something, you do it, I reward you. But if I tell you to do something and you don't do it, guess what's gonna happen to that Xbox? Curse. You understand? Guess what's gonna happen to that cell phone? Curse. You understand? There will be some consequences. The Most High is no different with his children. Can I ground someone else's kids? You understand? Huh? You look, can a teacher in the school system ground a student at home? I pray you understand they wish they could, right? Listen, you punish your children. And the Most High says, if you don't listen to what I tell you to do, then there are going to be consequences, man. You understand? Let's get into it, man. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. So, go ahead.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Cursed shalt thou be in the field. This is describing a situation where it don't matter where you go, you can't outrun this curse. You understand? Like the end of verse 15, it says, and overtake thee. You know what I'm saying? Like it says that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. It ain't no, you can't finesse your way out of this curse. You understand? There ain't no sidestepping it. It ain't no juking it. It ain't no running from it. It ain't no hiding from it. If you don't obey the Most High, like you're going to get this consequence. You ever seen a child about to get in trouble and try to run from their parent? It's comical, right? Does the child ever really freaking get away? You know what I'm saying? You know what I say? You can run, but you can't hide. Huh? Yeah, listen, we can't run from the Most High. You understand? That's why in Baltimore City, you go there, you'll see our people. You'll see who why do I say this? You'll see a demographic of people that are cursed out. You understand? In these major cities. You understand? There is a people who are just beat to powder all over America. You understand? Whether you're in a major city like Baltimore, or whether you're in a little rural town on the Eastern Shore, you understand, with nothing but chicken houses and cornfields. If you're if you're one of the children of Israel and you are not serving the Most High, you will be cursed. You understand? Like there is no alternative. The alternative to obeying the Most High is death. You understand? Death and destruction. That's it. All right. So no matter where you go, you understand? Let me get verse. It goes on. It's a whole bunch of these curses, man. But let's jump to verse 32 for time's sake.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another
Hold on,
people.
Salakia. No, Salakia. All right, we're gonna Salakia for that. Oh man. Just feel these good ones. Get verse 19.
All right. I got it.
Good.
Verse 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in. Go ahead.
And cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
When thou goest out. So when you're traveling, when you're moving about, you expect these curses, man. Like again, like you can't outrun them. You can't like it don't matter which way you go, these curses are going to be there. You understand? It like there is no dodging it. You know, it's only just get it, you know, until you hearken, man. Man. Let me get verse 25.
Verse 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
Again.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. What does it mean to be smitten? I'm a one. Killed, man. You understand? Struck down, murdered before your enemies. Be murdered before your enemies. Today, who gets murdered by the police at a ridiculous clip? And you know, murder every day of the week. Murder. Cop kills this brother. Cop kills that brother. Huh? Let's march here. Let's march there. Let's sing songs here. Let's have a vigil here. Let's have a demonstration here. It's like it barely makes the news because it's so common. You get what I'm saying? Like, and we only get the murders that are caught on camera. You understand that? And we don't even get all of them. Understand that. But we only get the ones that we never get the murder that there was no film of. There was no footage of. You understand? Like those don't even make the news. And who is that? You understand? What people is that? Arabs? The cops killing the hell out of Arabs every day? What, Chinese? That's what that Stop Asian Hate was about, the police brutality on Asian people? Who gets smitten in front of their enemies, man? On viral videos for the world to see, smitten. Go ahead.
Thou shalt go out one way against them.
When we do try to stand up to them, when we do try to stand up to our oppressor, look, man, you gotta stop that, man. Black lives matter. Huh? Black lives matter, man. When we do try to stop our oppressor from killing us, we do try to stand up to him and stop it. What happens?
You flee 7 ways before them.
We end up running 7 ways. You ever seen them break up one of them rallies with the tear gas and all those concussion grenades? Huh? And those beanbag bullets? Oh, they marching in solidarity till, you know, a little tear gas start flying. And then then what happens? Scatter. Powerless, Ak. You understand? Powerless, man. When we don't serve the Most High, there is no might in our hand, man. You understand that? That's why in the ISUPK, man, I'm telling you, man, like it changes lives. Like the whole world changes in here. You understand? Like the little things start to matter. Like you finally start to experience power. You understand? It's an interesting thing, man. I pray everybody gets a taste of it. You understand? Go ahead.
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
And shall what?
Be removed.
Where?
Into all the kingdoms of the earth.
Into all the kingdoms of the earth. So there's all these kingdoms on the earth, man. Where's who? What peoples were scattered into all the kingdoms of the earth, man? The transatlantic slave trade. Who was scattered like that? Who? The Chinese? The Arabs? Who? And you know it wasn't just a one-way street. They weren't just bringing, you know, Israelites from you understand that were already enslaved in Africa by Africans. The Israelites, they weren't just bringing us to the Americas. They were taking our Native American brothers and sisters, and taking them back over to Europe. You understand? They shuffled the whole deck. That's why now we're everywhere on the planet. Huh? We're in the UK. We're everywhere. And everywhere we are on the bottom. We are not on top. You understand? Like, we don't run anywhere. We don't, it's like, and then for our homeland to be occupied by imposters, like I said, we don't even have, like, where the hell can we even go? What other people don't have a place to return to? Curses are. There's a cursed people. The children of Israel are cursed because of our disobedience to the Most High. My God. Go ahead, read verse 26.
All right. Verse 26. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air.
And our carcasses will be meat to all the fowls of the air. What does that mean? Come on, we'll put that into people terms. I'll take a stab at it. Maserat.
All our work, everything we bring to the table, we took by somebody else, or
it's kind of like, yeah, you definitely on the right track. I'm gonna let him read the next little bit of it. Go ahead, read the next comma.
And unto the beasts of the earth.
And unto the beasts of the earth. You understand? So exactly like you were saying, everybody will feed off of us and eat off of us. You understand? Like, they will work us to death and reap the benefits of all of our labor and give us nothing for it. You understand? Who is that? What people experience? The children of Israel, according to the Bible, would experience that if they didn't keep the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. What people today have experienced that historically? Devoured by all the other beasts, all the other nations. Huh? The Asians set up that Chinese store, you understand, that restaurant right in the Black community, and send their children to college off of us. The Arabs have the corner stores, right? Selling us all the beer and, backwoods that mankind can create. You understand? And they send their children to college off of us. They devour, they feed off of us. You understand? They get rich off of us. And what do we get out of it? Read that last part.
And no man shall fray them away.
Say that again.
And no man shall fray them away.
One more time.
And no man shall fray them away.
And no man shall fray them away. So as these different nations feast on our people and use us up, who prays for us? Who changes the profile picture to pray for us? Who prays for the Hispanic brothers and sisters locked up in cages at the border? Who gives a damn? The Arabs? The Chinese, they care, right? The Russians, they fly flags for us and change profile pictures and, hashtags for us. The Native Americans have been reduced to tiny reservations here and there when this was all their land. Where the hell are the profile? Where are the demonstrations for them? This country celebrates Thanksgiving in response to what they did to our brothers and sisters. And who protests? What news outlet covers that and says, man, it's kind of effed up? Who cares about us? What does it say? That last comma again?
And no man shall fray them away.
And no man shall fray them away. So as it's happening, no one. You ever seen a vulture on like a deer or something on the side of the road? How it's pecking at it. Imagine someone come up and shoo it away. What would it do? Well, if someone comes up to that bird and, hey, get out of here, get, what would the bird do? Go fly away. It would leave it alone, wouldn't it? But who does that for us? We just sit here and get, just get leached off of. You understand? All of our talents, all of our abilities, all of our strength, all of our creativity just gets milked from us by other nations. Who the hell does this to the Jewish people in Israel? Huh? I saw the hashtag Israels. You understand? Palestine, pray for Palestine. Huh? I saw the whole world come to bat for them. Huh? Obama, he gave hella damns about them. But the children of the Lord, no one's going to give a damn what their plight is. Who is that? Who is that on the planet? And again, this comes from our disobedience to the Most High. You understand? It's a condition that we earned. You understand? We earned it. We wanted to do it our way, and we're finding out that the Most High is righteous in the deal He made with us. You understand? We didn't hold up our end of the bargain, so He held up His. You understand? Well, let's get into it, boy. Ooh, you talk about man. Let me get verse 30, boy.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth the wife.
Thou shalt what?
Betroth the wife.
Thou shalt what?
Betroth the wife.
Oh, you gonna get a wife. You gonna get on your knee and propose, huh? You gonna give her the heart balloons and the flowers and the chocolates and the card and the ring, huh? The promise ring, right? Go ahead.
And another man shall lie with her.
And what?
And another man shall lie with her.
And what?
And another man shall lie with her.
Listen, during slavery, man, imagine, you understand, a brother getting a wife, man, and then have to endure the slave master using her at will. Like, feel that for a second. That's your wife. But another man's gonna help himself to her. You take today, man. What they say, these hoes ain't loyal. You understand? Like, it is an everyday occurrence. A brother think this sister is all about him, and she's all about everything. You understand? Like, there's no limit to what she won't do. Hot girl summer, huh? Thought walk. You understand? Was it thought walk? Is that something? That was thought behavior. Yeah, we call them bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. You understand? Like, our sisters are taught to embrace a lifestyle of illicit sexual conduct. You understand? So this sister is with this guy. I saw a video on TikTok that the sister was saying, she's like a Judite sister too. And she was like, she said, how come if we meet and when we first meet, we have an arrangement? Like, you know what it is, I know what it is. We both just kind of, we hit each other up when we need each other. How come we can't stick to the arrangement? How come you got to catch feelings? You know what I mean? And start popping up and all this extra stuff when you knew the deal when we listen. Read that again from the top.
Thou shalt betroth the wife.
Go ahead.
And another man shall lie with her.
Listen, man. A man can't even have his own rib nowadays. You understand? without some other man trying to spit game. You understand? And our sisters can, in the world can be so naive. You understand? That they think that what's being proposed is something better. You know what I'm saying? And that it would behoove them to cross over to where they feel that the grass will be greener. You understand? And how terrible is that? Especially they got kids involved, and this sister just is tired of the brother that she done had kids with, and she's hearing all of this nonsense from some other sucker, and she's like, all right, so I'm gonna leave my children's father, put him on child support. Hell, I'm gonna ask him to sign over his parental rights. You understand? So that stepdaddy can now be, the man of her dreams, Prince Charming, and all of this. Meanwhile, he's gonna molest the kids. He's going to be tired of your mouth, you understand, and start, laying into you, and the grass ain't that green. This is our people, man. We can't say like what the divorce rate amongst the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community is at what, 75%? 3 out of 4 marriages fail. Anytime that's just, and here's another thing we certainly get ready to clarify. Any sister that leaves her man because he has another woman, like, to leave him and go be with another man is committing adultery. You understand? That man having another woman isn't adultery. It's a man having more than one woman, which is lawful according to the Bible. You understand? But a woman that puts that man out because he has another woman, and then she goes and gets another man, again, she was still married to that man, even though he had another woman, even though he had other women. She's still married to him. You understand? When she leaves him to go deal with another man, that's this right here. You understand? That's another man. You understand? That's your wife laying with another man, because that's still your wife, even if you have other women. You understand? But that's every day of the week. That's 75%. That's because he had another woman, so she goes and gets another man. It's destructive. You understand? Go ahead. Build a house.
Thou shalt build an house,
Uh-huh.
and thou shalt not dwell therein.
You're gonna do all this work. You understand? We built America. You understand? We built America. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans enslaved here in the Americas built all of this. And what do we own here? Huh? What do we have to show for it? Nothing, man. Who does this fit? Go ahead.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard.
A vineyard. Go ahead.
And shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Same thing. You're gonna put in all this work, man. You put in all this work, and what do you have to show for it? Who gets it all? Who gets all of the fruit of your labor? The oppressor, man. You think he give you a little crumb of what you should get off of the freaking hours that you put in every week? You putting in 60 hours and barely able to pay your bills. And he lives in a mansion. Hell, we're not gonna be able to afford to go to work the way gas is going. You think our oppressor gonna be hurt by that? He gonna have gas in his car. I pray you understand that. Because he's getting the fruit of his labor. Not only is he getting it, his children are getting it, and their children are getting it, and their children are getting it. What the hell are we going to inherit from our parents? What do they get to leave us? All they work for 50 years. Work for 50 years. And what do they have to show for it? Who is this talking about? Who works harder than a Issacharite? A Mexican. Who works harder than a Mexican? What do our brothers and sisters get picking those watermelons and those beans in those fields, Doc? What do they make? What? 10 cent, like what? Something terrible like 10 cents an hour or something dumb like that? On $1 a basket, $1 a bushel. This is talking about somebody. This shoe fits somebody. It fits somebody today, like it said it would, if we won't hearken, unto the voice of the Lord, our God, not their God. We steady trying to hearken. See, that's the problem. We steady trying to hearken to white Jesus. White Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Caesar Borgia. Like we steady trying to hearken to Christianity. We hearken to Christianity all day long. We in church every Sunday. We singing the songs on key, most of us. Huh? We clapping on beat, right? Everybody's harmonizing, you know. We dancing. You know what I mean? We dancing. We doing the two-step. We crip walking, you know. We doing all of the Christian things. We hearken into that culture. And is that working? We're not hearkening unto the voice of the Lord, our God, man. You understand? The God that said, don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. The God that said you can't be a homosexual. The God that says choose your people over other people. You understand? The God that says be a brother to your brother. You understand? The God that says don't serve any other gods besides me. That God. That's who we're supposed to be listening to. But we listening to everything else except that. And that's why we're in the condition we're in. You know what I mean? Because he delivered on his promise. But let's just go. I'm going for days. You know how long Deuteronomy chapter 28 is? You get up in there and open your eyes. You'll read your life story in here. You'll read your parents' story, your grandparents' story. And you know what else you're going to read? Your children's story. And what's going to be their children's story. If they don't contact the ISUPK, get up in these classes, you understand, and start serving the Most High the way he deserves to be served. You understand? The way he told us to serve him. You understand? Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Man, yeah, I really, y'all want to, so many. Salakia Mazarak. I know you wanted to get through all of this, you know what I mean? No, go to 32. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Salakia. Not 32. Yeah. 32. Go ahead, quickly. 32.
All right, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Thy sons and thy daughters. That woman carries that child for 9 months. You spent how much time spitting that game to her before? You know what I'm saying? You put that work in beforehand. Finally, you know what I mean? Barakatah Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? You get the happening, and baby on the way. 9 months you carry that child. You go through the pain of spitting that child out, right? It's a boy. Ooh-wee. It's a girl. Princess, no sweat. Read that again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
It's going to be given it. Thank you. Imagine the oppressor come up to you and say, thank you. Don't even say thank you. Imagine the decency to say thank you. Take your child. Did that happen to anybody we know of? Anybody remember that from history class? Huh? That certainly happened to our forefathers here in this land during slavery. Huh? Like that was commonplace. Aliyah, carry on.
And thine eyes shall look.
What you gonna do? Are they gonna do it while you sleeping? They're gonna do it while you not looking. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Get you to look the other way and then take it. What is this saying? Right in front of your face, man. You're gonna have to see it. Go ahead.
And fail with longing for them all the day long.
And fail with longing for them all the day long, man. Fail. fail. Like you're gonna wish that you had that child. You're gonna think about them. You're gonna mourn. You understand? Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And what?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
There's gonna be nothing you can do about it. You're gonna want to choke the life out of some devil, and you're not gonna be able to. You understand? You're gonna want to hurt people. Like you're gonna want to deal with the person that did this, and you're gonna want to take them to court. They're gonna gun your son down in the street on camera, and you're gonna want to take him to court to get justice. And what's the verdict gonna be? I'm a one.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. The Bible says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Who is this talking about? The Arabs? Huh? Who's this talking about? There's no question about who the children of Israel are. You understand? I pray we've made it at least a little bit clear for some of y'all. If you want more information, go to ISUPK.com. We got classes 5 nights a week, 6 days a week. Saturdays we got the Sabbath. You understand? Again, contact the camp nearest you, man, and learn about who you are. Learn about who you are, and once you find out who you are, learn what it is that's expected of you. You understand? To improve the condition of yourself and your people, man. Because Christ is coming back soon. You understand? World War III is happening right in front of us. And Christ is coming back for his family. He ain't coming back for the Ukraine. He ain't coming back for Putin and Russia. He ain't coming back for Joe Biden. He's coming back for Israel. That's it. And that's you. That's you. Own that. Have that. You understand? For once again, we're a people that, I mean, every goddamn thing is just against us. Our lives are just miserable. Our families, like we have these generational curses is what they call them. Y'all know you've heard of that. Your daddy wasn't shit, so you ain't gonna be shit. Your mom was a whore, so you gonna be a whore. You understand? Like it just, listen, there is something amazing for us. You understand? I know it don't feel like that because again, we've been treated as second class, third class citizens as far as we can remember. But there's something glorious awaiting us when we turn back and serve the Most High. You understand? And the only way you could do that is in the ISUPK under command of General Yohana. All right. So again, make sure y'all tune into these classes, sign in, brothers, get in all black. You understand? Oh yeah, another thing, I definitely want to give a shout out to Salakia, priest and officer Mazarak Allah. Let's get that brother a hand. Officer of 50, that brother got raised up this past week, man. Passed his officer's test, man. Again, absolutely full of zeal. Man, listen, y'all better watch out, man. You understand? The Most High is doing mighty things in the ISUPK. And again, it's high time for it, right? Because again, the World War III is happening as we speak. We need more brothers and sisters to get up in this truth, get up in this body. The more people come into the truth, the closer Christ come to you know what I mean, to coming back. But he need, I don't want to say he needs us, but he's waiting for us to have enough brothers and sisters to run this planet. Israelites will run the planet. You understand? So come get a piece of that power. Come get a piece of that glory, man. You understand? Like stop being a sucker for the lies of our oppressor. You understand? Like let's wake up. You understand? All right, no sweat. And with that, I want to say Shalom Israel, Barak Salakia, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakathum to the Akim, Yahweh Shamar Alathun, Hashem Yahweh Shah to the Akwathim. And with that, Shalom Israel. Yeah,